All right, here we go. The countdown. Counting it down, chat. Here we are. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, sweet. Sweet. Here we go. Give us more info about division rivals, duplicate storage, and I'm really curious about Rush. All right, here we go.
Ultimate Team in 25
is social.
Build your ultimate five-a-side and play with friends, leveled up by FC IQ tactical presets and player role boost.
Go,
and
Ange.
Loads more
Up the
updates
Ange.
from community requests.
Aslan, my guy, take it away.
Thanks, Philly. Ultimate Team this year is taking a new shape, as well as building on familiar
Oh, that's got to be the
features
pack
you've come to
animation.
love.
Oh.
Our biggest update to Ultimate Team is
What?
the addition of 5v5 matches called Rush. Rush is a brand new five-a-side experience.
That was so fast.
That will give you
And
a
there
new
was a
way to
tunnel. We
build
thought there was
and
going to be
play
a
with
tunnel.
others in Ultimate Team. Whether you're by yourself or with friends, matches are always played with 4
All right, they
people
finally
and
mentioned
a
drop-ins.
goalkeeper on each team. Bring in a player from your club and you'll control them for the entire match. And together, the players you pick will complete team bonuses, earning everyone Rush points.
Ooh.
A new way to get rewards in Ultimate Team each week. New Rush events will be released throughout the season that will allow you to use different players from your club and earn rewards.
Okay.
It's the perfect complement to the intensity of Rivals and Champs. FC IQ is completely overhauling tactics in Ultimate Team, giving you more control over how your team behaves on and off the ball. Manager items will now feature tactical presets that make it easier than ever to emulate your favorite manager's tactical setup based on their real-life style of play. And with the addition of player roles, there's even more opportunity to customize your players, unlocking new levels of tactical depth and strategy.
We know this.
Work rates have been replaced by roles, and special items released throughout the year can have boosted roles in different positions.
Oh.
In FC25, Evos will be less restrictive, allowing you to use your favorite players more often. Tired of all your Evos being green? This year, you can add backgrounds, borders, animations, and even sound effects to your players. And we heard your feedback. We're excited to finally introduce a storage system for untradeable player duplicates.
Of course.
Which can be accessed from squad building challenges.
Oh, beautiful.
We're also removing contracts. Players and managers will no longer need contracts to keep playing for your club. We've made improvements to Rivals.
Oh, here we go.
Weekly rewards will now be based on a new point system. So even if you draw, you'll still progress. And relegation is back. We're decreasing the total number of checkpoints and allowing players to be relegated when competing at the highest divisions. Live friendlies will no longer use your rival's rank for matchmaking, and instead use form, ensuring that players will always want to compete at their skill level. To round it out, we've got an all-new Ultimate Team Stadium for you to personalize, paired with new broadcast elements that reflect your squad choices and highlight the most dangerous players on the pitch. We're excited about all these updates between Rush, FCIQ, Cosmetic Evos, and some long-awaited community updates. Ultimate Team is jam-packed in FC25. We'll see you on the pitch.
Oh, you absolutely will. This sounds unbelievable. Can't wait to get started.
Welcome back to the world's game.
What will you do for the club?
Oh, there's that Yaya Toure screenshot again. Receive 1 of 14 untradeable player items. Do you see that Yaya Toure there? Yeah, that's that new hero design looking thing. We're gonna have to go back and look at that. Okay, these are the pitch notes. Leafs has a really good point out of this. Like, they talked about Rush for ages again, bro.
You'll control them for the entire match.
They talked about
And
Rush
together?
for ages. Like, they've kind of covered the same thing so many different times. We're so used to having them talk about Rush. We're so used to having them talk about FCIQ. It's kind of like it's revolving around those two modes like all the time, man. It's crazy. That's it. There's a little bit of a that's it feeling. I'm gonna read this though. This is probably gonna give us more info, to be honest, right? Lovely copy pasta. Yeah, that video was very similar. We already knew about FCIQ. We already knew about this stuff. Like, maybe there's bits and pieces that we didn't know. Like, this is nice. Before we get into the deep dive, this is cool that you can see the roles that a player has in the certain positions that he has, right? Because you can only use the roles of a player and change them for best effectiveness when they're in one of the right positions. So you can see what he has and try to like formulate your tactics around that. So that's nice. Let's go into this. FC25 Football Ultimate Team Deep Dive. Welcome. Yup. Ultimate Team Rush. Yes, we know this. Oh, this is an overview. Okay, Cosmetic Evolutions. Rush. We got to know all about this already, don't we? We're excited to introduce Rush. Yes. I think the thing that they talked about in here that they haven't really mentioned mentioned elsewhere. We've talked about it because I mentioned it in the videos. They mentioned drop-ins because everybody was like, yo, what if I don't want to try to find 3 friends and go play a game, right? They said when you're playing Rush, you'll first need to select an event. Rush events are designed to offer players a more layer of challenge in squad building by limiting player items you can bring into the event. So it's kind of like restrictions on a friendly. Each event can come with specific entry requirements with rarity, attributes, countries, leagues, clubs. Okay. Different Rush events may provide faster progression towards your Rush objectives. Wait, weekly Rush objectives. Okay, nice. So then this is how that looks. That just looks like friendlies, to be honest. I mean, a little bit different, but kind of the same, right? Squad building. Rush introduces blah, blah, blah. You will need to work together. Yes, correct. After finding teammates, you will enter the squad building phase. Players from your club. Okay, so this is the first screen. So you have to find your teammates and all load into it. Kind of like the co-op lobby, it sounds like, but with 4 people. Players from your club will be pre-filtered based on the event entry requirements for you to quickly choose from. If you're not satisfied, you can still search player requirements from your club during this phase or specific players. Okay. You and your teammates will have 90 seconds to select the players you want to use in the match. Remember, each of you will only be able to control the player you select. Duplicate players are not allowed, including other versions of players as well. So like if you put in Inform Jude, somebody else can't do regular Jude. Okay. Once each player has locked their selection or the timer expires, your team will begin matchmaking. What's this video? Is this how you matchmake right here? Oh yeah, so you have 90 seconds and then it kind of shows you like, oh wow, so that means you're gonna want to choose quick, because if you want to use VVD but somebody else already picks them, then you're gonna have to be kind of snappy with it. It's kind of like when you load into like a Valorant game and you have to choose your champion, or you have to choose your whatever you call it, your champion, basically your player, before you get into the game, and if somebody else chooses it, then it's already taken from you. That's kind of interesting. Rush points are the primary way you will complete weekly objectives and earn points in Rush. They can be earned both on the pitch and in squad building by completing requirements. The fastest way to earn Rush points is to win matches, play with friends, completing blocks, and winning multiple Rush matches in a row. Blocks are optimal challenges. Okay, so blocks are optimal challenges. You can have up to 5 blocks to complete that give you bonus Rush points. Okay, by successfully completing these, your entire team will be awarded with bonuses. Ooh, okay. Blocks can be awarded your team with Rush points, Rush point multipliers, bonus Rush points per win, bonus points per win or goal. Interesting. So those are kind of like squad building requirements right there. This is kind of like squad building requirements, isn't it? Where it's like striker, center mid, position, and Brazilian. And then overall maximum 60, you get some bonuses per goal. Interesting. So it's like objectives and requirements inside of the mode. Oh, a Rush objective group will be available each week, allowing you to earn rewards based on Rush points earned that week. By participating in events and completing block requirements, you can increase the amount of Rush points earned from the match for you and your team. While the Rush objectives will be available each week, there may be additional objectives related to Rush, allowing you to earn more rewards. So they're dropping new content with Rush every single week. I mean, that's a good start. That means that they kind of care about it, right? Okay, so this is how it looks after a game. You get match coins, which is nice, and you get the Rush points. Okay, Rush points objectives. Oh, so look, this is inside of the Ultimate Team objectives menu. There's Rush objectives and Rush point objectives. You earn a certain amount of Rush points and you get packs. Okay, so we were wondering if Rush points would only give us XP, but it looks like you can get packs, but that looks very... No, it's weekly. I was gonna say it looks like milestones, but it's not. Weekly Rush objectives. So if you earn 450,000 Rush points, goodness gracious. And then so you earn those many Rush points, you get season points too. I think that's what this little SP is here on the right side. That's different. That's like XP, right, chat? So they're saying if you earn 2,000 Rush points, you get a 100 season points or 100 XP, and then you get a group reward for a pack. 45K? Oh yeah, that's 45K. I added a 0. My bad. That's 45,000. Yeah, pack animation. We'll get there. I just want to slide through this. I'm sure the pack animation's involved. Matchmaking. In Rush, you can play with any group up to 4 players. Whether you're playing as a solo, duo, or trio, players will be found to fill the remainder of your team. Matchmaking will take into account your skill level within Rush specifically, and will use this to match you with teammates and your overall team skill when finding opponents. Matchmaking pools will be separated based on events to ensure players will be playing against the same event entry requirements and eligible pool of player items. So this is what I'm curious about, and we're gonna have to see how it's implemented. Like, what if I have a pro player, and then there's me, and then there's like my buddy who just started Ultimate Team on the same Rush team? Is it gonna, it says it's gonna take into account skill level within Rush specifically? Is there a measure for that? Are there gonna be like divisions in Rush? Is there gonna be a skill rating or ranking? Or is it all gonna be done on the back end and we're not gonna see it? I have some questions about that. If a player leaves a match in progress, their chosen player will be controlled by AI. Makes sense. The match will end if all players in a team are not present. Okay. So you can rage quit as a team. Nice. In summary, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's enough again about Rush, to be completely honest. Man, the top 2 things are what we've been talking about all time. FC IQ. Is there really anything new here? Manager items now come with tactical presets, manager presets like they showed with Ange and with, was it Pep? You can just, boom, put those managers in your team and you have automatically those presets activated, or you can choose those presets. You don't have to go through each individual player and do the tactics if you just want to easy plug and play. They're talking about player roles again. Okay, this is kind of nice. I was wondering if they were going to somehow show us the roles of a player like on the card, and they are. So it's on the player tab. Like when you look at a player item, you can tab over and see the roles. That's really nice. That is really, really nice, I think. The only interesting thing is, like for Trent, the example that they used in the video was a player with multiple different positions. This Trent card, which by the way, I guess that's the official card design and not the official stats for Trent for sure, but that's the official card design. It shows the roles over here on the right side. I'm interested to see, like, he only has one position, which is weird. A plus sign means the player has mastered the role. A plus sign indicates the player is world class, the best of. Okay, we kind of knew that. At launch, player roles will be available. We've looked through all of these. It's the same list as before. Alternate player roles will be introduced throughout the year, allowing you to choose from a variety of player items as strategies continue to evolve over time. This is weird to me. Why are they gatekeeping player roles through promos? Like, if I'm reading this right, they're saying alternate player roles will be introduced throughout the year, which means they're holding back some, or they're going to somehow change the player roles during the year, allowing us to choose from a different variety of strategies that could continue to evolve over time. That seems a bit weird to me, right? If you want to play a certain strategy, like, why does that have to be like gate kept behind the power curve moving or something? I don't know. And of course, we imagine that these roles are going to be a huge part of promos, and I'm sure they're going to mention that too. So there's the base, there's a role plus, there's a role plus plus, and then out of position. We've seen this screenshot before. This is nothing new. Yeah, there's that. So I don't know. I have a few questions about that. Ooh, what's this? Tactics will be shareable with the code. Formation change and position changes. All right, they mentioned that center forward and left wing back, right wing back have been removed. They removed the 4-4-1-1, 4-3-3, and 5-2-2-1. And they adjusted the 4-3-2-1. Right. So everybody was like, oh, the 4-3-2-1's gone. It's not gone, man. That's what we talked about before. It's going to probably play the same way. The formation looks the same. They just, with the roles, they envelop the center forward roles into a striker and cam both. So they just have those two positions, striker and cam, instead of having three, I guess. FC IQ pitch notes. Oh, there's going to be even more pitch notes on FC IQ. Lovely. Lovely. Alternate player roles will be introduced throughout the year. Okay. I see. So it's not like they're going to add a striker role that's like, I don't know, something different instead of advanced forward, poacher, false nine. That's a little bit of, that needs more yapping about maybe. Interesting. New stadium and match atmosphere. They're going futuristic here, chat. The state-of-the-art stadium is not intended to look spectacular, but also enhanced the atmosphere of every match. Detailed match presentation. New broadcast sequences have been introduced to highlight the most dangerous players on the pitch, as well as squad building and tactical decisions made by you and your opponent. Wait, is this going to tell me when my opponent switches to a 5-back and he's up 1 goal in the 80th minute? Or like switches to a different formation? Is that what that means? Highlight the most dangerous players as well as tactical decisions made by you or your opponent. Interesting. The match introduction will now highlight your opponent's players with the most goals and assists, as well as any notable player debuts. Like the little picture here shows, let's open it up, shows Antoine Griezmann, player to watch, 3 goals in the last 3 matches. That's cool. All right, I like that. During matches, new broadcast elements have been added which reflect your team chemistry, squad building choices, player debuts, and spotlight informed players on the pitch, featuring goals or assists in the last 3 matches within that mode. So now that you can, interesting. It's interesting they can track that and then apply it to the card. All right, this is what I want to see. Cosmetic evolutions. We want you to have more ways to personalize your items and flex your achievements. So in EA Sports 25, evolutions are being expanded to allow you to change the visuals of your players in all the new ways. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my goodness. The number of times that paragraph said you. Hold on, let's see this Jude Bellingham. So he goes from that regular Evo design. You can make the background red. And then what? Okay, is that a little animation thing? Nah, chat. Where's the fireworks, man? What can I customize? You can add new visual elements, change the color, add animations, or even sound effects. See, I told you guys sound effects, man. I told you guys sound effects. We'll also have customizations that you can adorn your player items with to reflect your accomplishments in game. Bro, give me a, I don't know, like a crown that I can put on top of the card, like right here. Like he's king of my club or something. That's kind of cool. Cosmetic upgrades cannot be stacked, so applying a cosmetic upgrade will replace the previous one. Additionally, evolutions which upgrade attributes may also feature cosmetic upgrades. Interesting. I guess we can skin our Evos differently, which will be cool. I don't know how, that's got to be released somehow during the year, right? Surely a paid Evo? Oh yeah, you know, man. Oh, to get your Jude to be red instead of green, you're gonna have to pay 100,000 coins to cosmetically upgrade your Jude Bellingham. Maybe, bro. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. How can I unlock cosmetic upgrades? Cosmetic evolutions will be accessible through the main evolutions page, where we've introduced tabs to better categorize the selection. They can be activated in the same way that other evolutions are and can be obtained with coins, points, objectives, or rewards. There it is. So paid versions with points and coins, then also objectives and rewards. Okay. Wait, talk about this tab. So that means there's going to be a new tab in the Evo section? So like instead of just available evolutions and my evolutions, maybe there's like maybe a custom tab or something. Oh, this is the part, chat. I saw this earlier today. Evolutions can be a great way to customize and level up your favorite players, but in EA Sports FC 24, it wasn't always possible to evo the player items you wanted due to entry requirements. In EA Sports FC 25, we will allow more flexibility in the players that you can upgrade, allowing you to select the players you want more often. In FC 25, evolutions can have a maximum limits on certain attributes. Players who will meet or exceed the limit can still be selected for that evolution and receive upgrades to their other attributes as long as they satisfy the requirements. This is weird to me. Like, okay, is this what they're trying to show with this? Base item, partial evolution, full evolution. If you have a shooting stat, what? I was trying to understand this because I saw this earlier. I don't fully understand it. Because when I read this, players who will meet or exceed the limit can still be selected for that evolution. So I think about right now, like if I have a player with, like let's say this Footies Duo Evo is 92 overall with 95 pace. If I have a 92 rated player that I want to put in it, but they've got 96 pace, so they wouldn't fit in FC 24, is this saying that I could still put that 96 pace player in that Evo that requires 95, it just won't upgrade his pace? That seems too OP. That seems too OP. I don't understand this really. We need more deep dive on this. Checkfoot.gg tweet. Did they have a tweet about this? It's a big W and it makes possibilities endless. I love how it sounds. Okay, what's this? Upgrade limits allow you to upgrade a player up to a stat limit rather than not at all due to requirements. Here's how the upgrade limit would impact a player who is a little below the max upgrade limit for an Evo. Wait, example evolution is +10 in all stats, a partially upgraded player. Here's how the new... Okay, so if the evolved player would exceed the limits below, they would evolve... Oh... Doku fits this Evo because he's 82 overall. It's wide open requirements. It's just an 82 overall player, but the Evo has an upgrade limit that if the player exceeds a limit, then they will be evolved up to that cap, but go no further. Does that make sense? Evo player would exceed the limits below, then they would be evolved up to this cap, but no further. So Doku goes up to 95 pace because he can't go all the way up to however high it would go because he's limited to 95 pace. He would get +10 everything else since that's the example evolution, but he would only get +4 in the pace department. Is that what this is showing? That must be what this is showing, I guess. Interesting. Okay, what's their other tweet? Here's how the upgrade limit would impact a player who is already above the max limit for an evolution. Okay, Adeyemi would fit the same example Evo as well, but he has 96 pace, so his pace wouldn't move, but he would get the upgrades in all the other stat categories. Interesting. Yeah, so instead of a player being disqualified from an Evo now, you just won't get the upgrade in the certain stat categories if they're already like above them. You can still Evo them. That's sick. What's the next tweet to this? Here's how it could look for a player who's way below the limit, basically a normal evolution. How are you feeling about this change? Yeah, so Arda Güler would get all the upgrades on this example for every single stat boost because he does not hit the upgrade limit and he's below the overall requirement. Interesting. All right, dupe storage. Yeah, we've seen this screenshot before. We know about duplicate storage. We love it. 100 spaces for untradeable players. Basically like another transfer list, a separate transfer list only for duplicate untradables. Actually, they said it and they showed it in the video. The best part about this is that it shows up at the top of an SBC. Yeah, see like in this screenshot right here, I think this is inside of an SBC. You can see there's transfer market, there's squad where you're building the SBC, there's the club where we search for players now, and then your SBC storage, which is sorted by recent. So like they showed here, like boom, Bonmati's a dupe, Foden, Brandt, Vlahovic, and James. You put them in the dupe storage, you go to the SBC, and there they were in order of how you just got them. That's sick. So you can put them straight into the SBC from there. Love that. I guess the most important thing for this is, like we just just showed, you can access it from SBCs, which is awesome. Oh, you will also be able to access and send items to SBC storage from the FC Companion app. Oh, what about web app though? Does this mean FC Companion like just the companion app, or is it the phone app and the web app? Because they're like, nah, bro, everybody on a web app is using Pale Tools. We don't want to give them this. It's probably both, to be honest. And people use web app on the phone anyway, so there's overlap, but probably it's both. We'll see. All right, Division Rivals. Here we go. Division Rivals is intended to be your everyday destination for competitive play. We've made a number of changes to reduce friction points for players. Weekly points. We want your hard-fought draws and the 90th minute equalizers to be worth something. Yeah, because there's a lot of those. We've adjusted the reward system to be based on points. Right, 3 points for a win, 1 for a draw, ensuring that your efforts in close matches are not in vain and will contribute towards your weekly rewards. Win 3 points, draw 1, loss 0. We've streamlined weekly Rivals rewards into a single selection. Wait, what? There's no longer 3 sections of Rivals rewards. We were previously seeing many players unsure about which choice to pick, even though many picked the same one, untradeable, option 2. In addition, we've removed seasonal milestone rewards from Rivals. By simplifying the design, our team can better focus on maintaining reward tuning that is more relevant to you throughout your FC25 Ultimate Team journey. So we went from having seasonal rewards that were cracked to having TIFOs this year to now having nothing for seasonal rewards. Can we, like, monthly rewards? That's what seasonal rewards felt like. I think that's why we liked them 2 years ago. We would love them. I would love that again. So no more TIFOs, chat. No more TIFOs for the season rewards in here. So lovely. No more bronze TIFO, gold or silver TIFO for me. Like, I'm good that that's gone, but we were disappointed to not have packs in here. If we had monthly rewards in here, that'd be sick. But I think the way they're looking at it is they want to give us better rewards each week and then not have the monthly rewards. So I guess it's a bit of a trade-off. Would you rather have monthly rewards and have less rewards each week? Or would you have cracked rewards each week and no monthlies? I guess that's what they're kind of saying here. Hopefully it's a mix of coins and good packs, like maybe the option 3, which was some tradable value, but also some good untradeable packs, right? That's interesting. I want to know how many points it is. Did that show in the video? Wait, weekly reward, 9 points needed. 9 points needed. Wait, that's like, okay, that's 3 wins. That's 3 wins. So maybe it's the same. 3 wins for your weekly reward, and then it didn't say anything for reward upgrade, did it? You still have qualification points for foot champs. Notice that right there. Okay, so I guess if it's going to be 9 points, then it's going to be 21 points for getting your 7 wins. Division 1 and 2 will have no checkpoints. And losing a match at the beginning of a division will result you being relegated. As before, once you reach the Elite Division, you cannot be relegated till the end of the season. So that's kind of crazy. You could go straight into Division 2 or Division 1 and then just be stuck on the fringe for ages. You could win one, lose one, and just bounce back and forth. So there's no checkpoints in Division 1 and 2. That's crazy. Legacy division placement. Your starting division and rivals will take into account your highest division from FC24. Right. Oh, wait, this is the table. Here's an example of how you'll be placed. Tuning is not final. Elite division goes to Division 7? Nah, chat. People thought that you were actually going to go straight from Elite in FC24 to Elite in 25. No shot. Hold on. Elite Division 1 and Division 2 takes you to Division 7, bro. We thought it was maybe going to be Division 5. Okay, we're still way down there. Elite 1, 2, and 3. Elite 1 and 2 go to 7. 3, 4, 5 go to 8. 6, 7, and 8 go to 9. And then 9 and 10 are still in 10 to start off. That's kind of wild. So we're going to have to grind all the way up from Division 7. To be fair, though, this is even something that they wouldn't have to do. They could just all put us in Division 10 and just go from there. But at the end, everybody's trying to grind for the higher ratings and the higher ranks to get the better rewards anyway. So those guys who want to grind are going to move up quick. And those who don't, honestly, it might make, for me, playing Rivals really annoying at the beginning because I'll be just matching up against Elite Division 1, Division 2 until other people from, like, Division starting in Division 4, 5, and 6, like, catch up a bit. But that should, in theory, even though it'll be annoying, this is the competitive mode, right? It's supposed to be competitive, so this will help space it out, hopefully, a little bit. Live Ultimate Football Team friendlies. Okay, we knew about this. We want live friendlies to be a place where you can experiment, so it's now ELO based. It is ELO based. It is not based on your rivals. They're decoupling live friendlies and rivals matchmaking. Yep. Instead, live friendlies is matched on your form. Contract removal. Nice. What's going to be making up for that in pack filler though? Probably stadium items. Game settings across Football Ultimate Team menu. We've added game settings, meaning you can change your settings without having to pause in game or leave What? Additionally, changing between metric and imperial measurements will now adjust the measurement used for player's height and player bio. Sick. That's cool. Wait, so you could change your camera in game? So now at the beginning of the year, when I don't remember my camera settings from FC24, I don't have to like pause the game and try to figure it out. I can just do it in game while I'm playing. That's nice. That's all right, I guess. Okay, that's the bottom. That's it. I thought there was going to be more info. Or the season pass is the #1 thing that I feel like I'm missing out on right now. That's what I feel like I'm missing out on right now. We didn't hear anything about the season pass. All we saw was that season points or SP related thing with Rush that I'm guessing is XP. I don't know, chat. I was hoping to learn more about that. It didn't say anything that there was going to be another deep dive on that. They said there's going to be a deep dive on FCIQ, but not on the season pass. I guess we're going to have to wait for that until the launch update, which we always have a big set of pitch notes right at the very beginning, like right before the game comes out. It's called the launch update pitch notes. Those will probably be in a month, but maybe it's then. All the info they gave out was stuff that we already knew, nothing really interesting. I would agree with that to an extent. I think some of the, like this info on the rivals placement was nice. I think some of the evolutions info was nice. Dupe storage is nice to see that. The Evo thing might be the biggest W. The roll pluses being on the card, I kind of expected it to be here, so this isn't a huge surprise, but it's nice to actually see that. And then, yeah, maybe this is like the biggest piece of news that we learned. I think this is the new XP, SP. But again, we didn't learn about the passes, so really weird, man. It looks like the L2 menu is still there. As you can see here, the menus look very similar, unless this is supposed to look like FC25. But I'm imagining after a huge menu refresh this last year, I doubt they're going to change a bunch. They're going to go with it. Hopefully it just doesn't crash as much. The Rush stuff was insightful. Don't feel like I learned anything that was crazy new. Yeah. I don't know, man. We didn't even talk about the pack animation, man. Yeah, this is the pack animation. Hold on, we can just watch it in here. Let me watch it. Let's watch it again. All right, right here. Wow. So, okay, when you look at the pack animation, you see, so it is a tunnel, but it's also really quick. So you see the actual player walking through the tunnel with the nation and like maybe the colors, like it's a gold card. So like colors right there. And then what else do you see? Lights. Oh, you see the league too. So that you see the nation, you see the league, and then it like just pops out of the top of the tunnel. You see the card design and you see the player. Some crazy stuff going on there in the background. I like that it's fast. I think after this year's pack animation, things needed to be quick again. So they give you this first shot of the tunnel. So this is going to be probably where you tell if it's a walkout or not. And you tell what kind of card it is. Because you see like you got the gold trim here on the top. You see the colors of the tunnel. And then it kind of like you go straight to the player's like feet. And you can see like boom right here. Then you're walking out from the feet. You see the nation. You see the league. And then just boom, it pops up. And then there's the card. Interesting. Here's the only thing that after I looked through this, I was a little bit like, what the heck? Where's the more detailed info? This Jude Bellingham, I'm pretty sure they showed us this exact same thing. But after this, like, you see that going around his card? Like right here, that whole thing. What they showed us when we were there playing the game was it also, the Bellingham switched to a different card design. And there were literally fireworks that were going on inside of the card. And it mentions in here as well that there are ways that you can add, what did it say, sound into the cosmetic evolutions. Hold on, where did it say that? Yeah, add animations or even sound effects. So I know there's fireworks, man. I know there are, but they just didn't show it. So they're gatekeeping that just a little bit. I mean, that's the deep dive, chat. I think I'd give it like a 6 or a 7 out of 10, to be honest. There's some things that I think should have been expounded upon more, but some things were also covered in pretty good detail. I mean, we're going to get more info, I think, on the stuff that we're really wanting to know, like more about rivals, more about the season, man. That's the biggest thing for me again. Hopefully we'll learn more about that. We will, but hopefully they give us more details soon. They said there's FCIQ pitch notes, and of course, we still have the career mode thing to go. And then, I mean, there's been rumors about the beta. I think that's going to be closed beta coming out pretty soon too. Nothing on the transfer market? No, they didn't say a thing about the transfer market, bro. I don't think there's going to be massive changes there. I think it's going to be about the same, but maybe they'll add some other nice search by rating type things into here. That'd be a quality of life update that I think they would want to talk about though, but they didn't mention it. So I guess that's it, chat.